Hey, what's up you guys, it's Connor, and today I'm going to do my November wrap-up. So in my reading update that I did earlier this month, I already talked about some of the books that I've read, so I'm not going to talk about those again. I'm just going to talk about the books that I finished since that video. The first book that I finished is The Princess Bride by William Goldman. This is one of the NPR Top 100 Science Fiction and Fantasy novels that I challenged myself to read this year. And I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. It's pretty much exactly like the movie, even the dialogue is the exact same, everything. The only thing that's different is the very end, which was nice. It's called Buttercup's Baby, I'm pretty sure. And it was just like, what happens to them after the end of the movie. So, if you're interested in reading that, I would say pick it up. The next book that I finished is The Blood of Olympus by Rick Riordan. This is the final book in the Heroes of Olympus series, and the end to Percy Jackson. So sad. I also gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. It wasn't the greatest that he's done, and it wasn't the best in the series. I think my favorite was definitely The Mark of Athena. So, if you love Greek gods and Roman gods and demigods, this series is awesome. It's my favorite. Not my favorite, but I love it a lot. The next book that I read is The Forsaken by A.G. Porter. This is the second book in the Darkness trilogy, and she sent me this book because she's awesome. I enjoyed reading it. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. It just wasn't as fleshed out and well done as the first one, but I'm pretty excited to read the third one whenever that comes out. The next book that I read is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. This is the first book in the Stormlight Archive series, and it was amazing. 5 out of 5 stars. Just so freaking good. Probably one of the best books I've read this year, maybe behind Mistborn, because I like that one a little bit better still, but that's just because this is the first book. Oh, so good. It was so good. This is Brandon Sanderson's epic fantasy series that's kind of going to be like the Wheel of Times. I think there's supposed to be 10 books though instead of 14, so that's nice. I don't really know how to explain this book except for that it's just amazing. If you love really great world building, you love amazingly crafted characters, you want action and drama and just a little bit of romance, it's just so good. So good. The next book that I finished is The Archived by Victoria Schwab. This is the first book in the Archived duology series. I don't know if it actually stopped or not. I know people were trying to get the third book published, but I don't know if it actually is going to happen or not. But this book was good. It follows this girl named Mackenzie, and she works for this place called the Archive. That's where they keep histories. That's what they're called. They're memories of people when they die, and sometimes they escape, and it's her job to make sure that they don't get into the real world, which is the outer. And so, bad stuff starts happening. All hell breaks loose. Pretty good. I liked it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. The last book that I finished this month is The Goddess Test by Amy Carter. This is the first book in the Goddess Legacies series. I don't know what it's called. This book follows this girl named Kate, and her mom is dying, and she then is forced to go through this test to become a goddess. Persephone, specifically, the goddess of the underworld. I enjoyed it. I gave it a 3.5 stars out of 5 stars, 3 stars, just because I'm a classical studies major, and so when someone writes a story about myth, I expect them to know a lot about it, and I don't know, she did know stuff, but I don't know, she wasn't very good at explaining the myths, and I want them to be represented correctly. There's just some things that were off that kind of threw me out of the story, and I don't know, but I liked it. I mean, 3.5, that's pretty good, so I will be continuing along once I get the next book in the series. So those are the books that I've read in the second half of this month. Let me know down below if you read any of the books that I read, or some of the books that you read that you would recommend to me. But other than that, I'm going to go. Bye!